Hi, Prabhu here. Today we will see about how to model and texture 3D logo in Maya 2017 using Arnold render engine. The final output is look like this. I hope you like it. Stay tuned. Okay, go to create panel, polygon primitives, disable the interactive creation. So that means when we click on polycube, it will automatically create it in center of grid. So many of them use 3D text to design a logo, so I will do it manually. So because I need some cross shapes, so I will do it with manual. So I will scale in X, sorry, I want to scale in Z like this. So I will make my channel name as PCW, so you will do whatever you want. So I will move in Y. So you need to move the cube above the grid. So I want to duplicate this one, press Ctrl D and move over here, and right click and choose vertex. So I will adjust this vertex like this. So right click and choose object mode. So when the select object selected, go to modify and choose center pivot and press Ctrl D. I will duplicate again. I will move over here and press E. I will rotate Y in 90 degree. So press W. I will move over here. So right click and choose vertex. So I will select this vertex. I will move over here. So this is the P text. So I will press Ctrl D. I move over here. So I will duplicate this one. Press Ctrl D and duplicate over here. And select this one and press Ctrl D. I will move over here and select this one and press Ctrl D, move over here. So now I will select this one and press Ctrl D. I will move over here. So this is W shape, so I will press E and rotate little bit like this and press Ctrl D. I will move over here and press E and rotate like this. So now I will make duplicate again. So I will move over here and press E and rotate like this and press W. I will move over here. So right click and choose vertex. So I will select this vertex. So now I want to move along this object. So when the vertex selected, go to move tool settings, double click on this one and choose axis orientation as object. It's normally set as whole, so now I choose as object. So now you able to move along this object. So right click and choose object mode and press Ctrl D. I will move over here and press E and rotate like this and press W. I will move over here. Okay, so now I want to modify my object using control. Go to top view. So now I right click on this one. I will select this vertex. I will move down like this. So I will give a little bit slanting. So now I select this object, right click and choose vertex. So I will adjust this vertex. So now I will select this control vertex. I will move a little bit up. So select this one. I will move in Z. So now I select this one and in Z to select this object, right click and choose vertex, adjust, so like this. So right click and choose control vertex. I will adjust like this. So I want to do same thing on all other object. So right click and choose vertex. So I will select this one and move like this. So right click and choose vertex and select this vertex and move like this. Okay, so now I want to make like this. So I want to make each and every object so like cross cut. So now go to perspective. So I will select all the object. So now open your outliner. It's really important. So when all the objects selected, go to mesh and choose combine. So now we got lot of history over here. So when we combine our all objects, so select this combine object, go to edit, delete by type and choose history. So now our history will be gone. So I will rename as object. So now I want to bevel this one. So right click and choose edge mode. So select all the edge, shift right click and choose bevel edge, give fraction to 0.1. So like this, or I will give fraction to, so here you need to give 0.1 or 0.05 and segment to 2. So like this. So right click and choose object mode. Now I want to select, shift right click and choose insert edge loop option box. So I will reset the tool. Here you need to choose multiple edge loop and number of edge loop to 1. So now when we click on here, so it will automatically divide in center. So you need to view all objects. So like this. here, here and here. So now you need to select all the center edge. So shift double click on this edge. So shift double click on this edge. So that means it will select all the center edge with perfect loop. So shift double click, shift double click, shift double click, shift double click, shift double click and shift double click. So you need to select all the center edge. Now shift right click and choose bevel edge. So give fraction to 0.1. So like this. So click on outside. Now you need to select all the center face. So right click and choose face. So select this one and shift double click on this face. So that means it will select the entire loop. So you need to select all the objects. So select this one and shift double click over here. Select this one and shift double click over here. So select this one and shift double click over here. So you need to select all the object in center. Otherwise, so I will click on this outside, go to front view. Now you able to easy select. So I will click and drag over in center. So I will control and deselect the top face. So now you got all the center face selected. So you need to extract this one. So I will scale this outliner and move over here. So when all the center face selected, go to mesh, edit mesh and choose extract. So when you extract this one, you got lot of duplicate object. So it will create it over in this group. So see here, all the object here will be extracted. So now I want to select my main object and press shift P. So that means it will leave this group. So now I select all other object using control. So that means it will only select the center object. So now I want to combine this one. Go to mesh and choose combine. So now lot of history will be created. So in the center object combine, so select this one and go to edit, delete by type and choose history. So now I select this one and center object and rename as center 01. So this is the main mesh. So I will rename as main mesh 01. So now I want to delete the history. So when the main mesh selected, go to edit, delete by type and choose history. So now you have only 2 objects in your scene. So if you have any doubts, rewind this video and see it again. Okay, so I will select this both object and press W and move in X. So you need to keep in center. So go to polygons and click on polyplane. It will automatically created in center of grid. I will rename this as ground, GROUND 01 and press enter and press R and scale big. So I didn't want any divisions from this, so I will go my inputs. I will give subdivision width and height to 1. So now we want to texture this object. Okay, select the ground. So right click and choose assign new material and choose Arnold AI standard. So I want to rename this material as ground, GROUND 01 and press enter. So now I want to change my diffuse color to deep black, so almost black, so almost 80% black. So now I select my center object, main mesh. So right click and choose assign new material and choose Arnold AI standard. So I want to rename this object as main 01. So and give diffuse color to 95% black like this. And also I want to change my color as dark blue, so like this. So 90% dark. Okay, so now I want to give specular weight to 1 and roughness to 0. So now I want to select my center 01. So this one is the mesh, so it will emit the mesh light. So I will select this one and go to Arnold and choose light and choose mesh light. So that means our center shape will emit light. So go over center shape option, expand this Arnold, you will able to see our mesh light. Click on this color and choose blue, so sky blue. So now open your Arnold render view. So now you able to see our mesh light will illuminate over here. Now I will increase my exposure little bit. So I will give exposure to 5. So I didn't able to see my object, so I will click on this light visible, so that means it will illuminate light over here. Okay, so now I want little bit of scene intense using area light. So before that I want to set my camera view, so I will close my Arnold render view and minimize my outliner. So click on spacebar, so that means you got 4 viewports. So I will click and drag over here, so that means I only have 2 viewports. Here I need to set my camera view. Go to rendering and choose create cam. So it will automatically create it in center of grid. So go to panels, perspective and choose camera. So now I will adjust my camera view like this. So here you need to set 2 things. Go to view, camera settings and choose overscan. View, camera settings and choose resolution gate. So I will zoom in like this. So I will select this object and scale big. So when the camera view selected and click on lock the camera, so that means you cannot move this viewport. So here we need to hide our camera shape, so go to show and choose cameras off, so that means it will hide our camera shape. So now you open your Arnold render view. So in default it will be render the perspective shape, so I need to render my camera view. So I will click on this one and choose camera shape 1. So like this. Now I want to make little bit of scene intense using area light. Go to rendering and click on area light. It will automatically create it in center of grid. Press R and scale big and press E and rotate X to -90. So and press W, I will move this one in Z like this. Now when the area light selected, go to attribute editor. So here you need to expand the Arnold tab and increase the exposure. So I will do 10. So I will give very little bit, so I will give 6 or 7. So 7 is enough. So here you need to uncheck this emit specular option. So that means it will won't emit specular values, so it only emit the diffuse values from this area light. So now we need to give some reflection for this object. So using chord, so go to polygons and click on polyplane. So it will automatically create it in center of grid. Press R and scale big. So you need to cover the entire object like this. So I didn't want any divisions from this, so when the polyplane selected, go to inputs and give subdivision width and height to 1. So and press W and move in Y. So now it will stops our area light illumination. So I will select this one and give in attributes. Here you need to go to polyplane shape 1. Here you need to expand the render stats. So here you need to off cast shadow and choose receive shadow. So I will off both things. So I will move in up, so like this. So now I see here you able to see little bit of reflection happened by this plane. So I will move in Z. So now you able to see the reflection will be shift over here. So I will move on this side. So I will move even further. So now you able to see the object reflection happen here. So I will move a little bit like this. You want to cover the 3 text. Press R and scale in X. So you need to adjust until you got the perfect result. So I will move in X. So now you able to see the reflection. So if you want to see the reflection clearly, you need to apply surface shader for this card. So I will select this one and right click and choose assign new material and choose Arnold, Maya. In surface you need to choose surface shader. So now I want to increase my out color. So now you able to see the reflection clearly over here. So I will give very tiny bit of reflection. So and press E and rotate little bit in Y. So not be exact straight. So I want to give some cross. So and press W. I will move in Z. So now you able to see our reflection clearly. So I will reduce my out color little bit. So I will give very mild values. So like this. So I will give very little bit of out color. So now I want to. So now you able to see the reflection will be happen clearly on this object. Okay, it's looks great, but I need to reduce lot of noise from this mesh light. So go to outliner and select the center shape. Here you need to go to center shape and go to Arnold tab. Here you need to increase the samples up to 6. Okay, now you able to see our noise will be highly reduced. So now our scene will be looks great. So I will select my area light. So I will increase little bit of exposure. I will give 7.5 or 7.2. So I will give very tiny bit of intensity more, and also I will increase my area light samples to 5. So that means you got highest quality. So and also I will set my final output as HD. So I will close my Arnold render view and go to render settings. In common tab I will choose my image size to 1920 HD 1080. So that means 1920 into 1080 full high definition. So I will angle my camera a little bit. So I will unlock my camera. So now I add angle little bit. So like this. So now I open my Arnold render view again. So that means you got full high definition image over here. Okay, so but I need to give some ramp values for this reflection. So the edge will be extremely sharp from this object, so I will minimize this one. So I will select my chord, go to surface shader. Here you want to click on this out color, so this checker, and in 2D texture you need to apply ramp. So and choose U ramp and open your Arnold render view. So now you able to see our reflection over here. So here you need to increase this black value, so like this. So I will choose my VRAMP. So VRAMP is perfect. So now you able to see our reflection will be blur on this edge over here. So now I will select this white color, and you want to give little bit of gray. So when the white selected, so now you able to see our perfect reflection over here. So it looks great. Okay, it's render completed. So now it looks great. So see here, the reflection got some blur because we will apply some ramp, so and give VRAMP for this chord. So now our reflection in this edge will be blurred. So now I preview my final file over here. I hope you like it. I see you on next project. Click subscribe button to subscribe my YouTube channel for more Maya 2017 tutorials. Click here to also watch the tutorial of Maya 2017 night lighting techniques using Arnold render engine.